let's see here. Is it here? No. Oh, center console. That's what it is. Yep. Inevitably, you have to have a beanie when you get in one of these cars because you're probably going to be driving down some back road that's not been plowed. It's going to be covered in snow, and that's what these are for, right? This is an all-wheel drive Kia Telluride SX, and I'm pretty excited to drive it. Honestly, these are really hard to get a hold of. You see, the Kia dealership that I usually work with has been selling out of them as fast as they can get them in, and so I haven't had a chance to review them. But finally, today, we're gonna check it out. And honestly, so far, I've been pretty impressed with the ride and the quality of this car. I drive it around, I don't feel like it's as big as you would think, even though it's considered a full-size SUV. I can't reach a couple of the knobs and buttons just because they're so far across the dashboard, but I guess they assume you're just going to use the knobs and stuff that are on your steering wheel. It also has a forward-facing camera and a really good sounding sound system that I was fully impressed with when I first started driving. But all of these are said, with captain's chairs and only one latch in the third row, will it fit the fam? I'm Mr. Bram, and these are my 3 kids. Join us in our journey to find the best SUV to fit the fam. I want to thank Sands Kia in Surprise for loaning me the vehicle for today's video. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, check out sandskia.com. They have a huge selection and an amazing staff to help you. Mention Fit the Fam for the best deal on your new Kia. The doors on the Telluride are obviously very big. They can fit this car seat in no problem. But the difference between the first and second row is actually considerably tighter than I thought. Let's check out the passenger side. So as I mentioned from the driver's side, the door has plenty of room to let any car seat in or out. But what's interesting is the distance between the first and second row becomes a challenge. Now, not because it affects the car seat itself or even the position of the driver, but what ends up happening is it's difficult to remove the car seat from the car without having to move the child. Now, how do we get 3 car seats into a Telluride that has captain's chairs? Well, obviously we can't put 3 across the middle, so what I ended up doing is putting a third one in the back. And as you can see, the children getting in, they kind of don't know where to put their hands. There's a handle on the side of the car, but they don't see it when they're trying to get in, and so they just don't know how to get in other than just grab a hold of anything they can. Once in, it was really easy with the center pass-through. I didn't have to move either of these seats. The kiddo just came straight through, and my daughter felt very comfortable getting into her seat and getting buckled. What's nice is I can actually put these car seats with top tethers in 4 separate positions in the Telluride, which I thought was really amazing. Now, this spot over to my right here, there's no top tether in that location. Also, latch, as I said before, is only in 3 separate spots in this car, so you're not going to be able to put as many car seats if you're using latch. But as I've said before about my kids, 65 pounds is all latch can handle. My kids way outweigh that between their car seats and themselves, so I'm not too worried about that. Now, the last thing to note is the fact that me at 6'1", again, I'm pretty even legs and torso, but I really can't sit upright in this third row here. This isn't made for adults. It's not made for tall teenagers. It's really just made for kids. But it's comfortable, it reclines, and I think this is a really great area for kids. Getting into the Telluride in the beginning can be challenging for kids because of its ground clearance and lack of accessible handles. But it more than makes up for this with its latch that is easy to find, stable, and secure. Now, what's nice about the cargo area of the Telluride is there's plenty of space. In fact, 21 cubic feet with the third row up. And it fits just about anything you need. And even with that jogger stroller in there, it's gonna fit a week's worth of groceries or a nice weekend trip. Now let's check it out with the third row down, which is easy enough because it's just a single pull. Now all you have to do is just do a single pull and it folds right down. Again, just pull the strap and it folds right down, even with that second row all the way back and reclined. And even with the stroller in there, it feels massive. There's 46 cubic feet back here, which is huge, especially for a car this size. Now let's check it out with both rows down.
The Telluride really makes up for all the challenges you remember from your mom's old full-size Tahoe. You get a cargo area that, even with its third row up, has plenty of room for whatever life has to throw at you. USB charge ports all over, roof vents that are easy to adjust, and a second row fold that's simple to use with the push of a button. Even my 6-year-old was able to open it. My son had an issue with the built-in window shades, so maybe that should be a parent-only accessory. The Telluride is thousands less than its competition, but more importantly, it's a gorgeous SUV by a manufacturer you would not expect, which should help this rise to the top of any parent's shopping list.
Hey, thank you so much for checking out Fit the Fam today. If this was helpful at all, make sure that you hit the like and subscribe icon right over here. And if you're continuing to shop, over here is a vehicle that's comparable to the one we just reviewed. Again, thank you so much. I'm very fortunate to be able to make videos for you, our Fit the Fam family. Have a good one.